The topic of today's live show is
cell phones in the educational system. Welcome to the third episode of Real Talk 101. I'm your host, Jules Steinbeck, and we have a wonderful lineup available for you guys today. As you all may know, this week is Mental Health Awareness Week. So be sure to go out, enjoy yourself, and release all that stress out after a long day of classes, and have fun. As usual, I am in a creative studio here at Michigan State. Go green.
Go white.
That is the spirit. So our first topic for today happens to be cell phones in the educational system. But before I go there, we do have some announcements to share with you guys. So I want you guys to review the first video that I did for my undergraduate studies class about being successful your first year at Michigan State University. And this is for first year students as well as transfer students who might be coming to Michigan State this year in 2018. So make sure you check it out on the YouTube channel. It's called a Real Talk exclusive. A look at success at MSU. So make sure you look at that video. The next announcement is, as I said before, is Mental Health Awareness Week. So make sure you release all your stress out. I know I have the last few days. And last but not least, I will be uploading videos to Facebook and YouTube versus going live because we have network issues. So if you don't see a notification saying that I've gone live, it's because I'll be publishing the videos to the Facebook page and to YouTube from now on. So that covers the announcements for today. Why don't we get started with the main segment today? So everyone knows in life, you got to have one of these. Tell me, who doesn't have one of these? Cell phones.
Jesus.
He was hilarious. But it's a known fact that cell phones, they can be essential, for your everyday usage, to social media, to watching the latest Ricky and Morty videos, to watching the latest Simpsons videos, basically just about everything you can do just right at your fingertips. But what about in the classroom? Now, you may have heard this 1,000 times. Put the cell phones away, quote unquote, from many, many, many teachers. But why do teachers don't want kids to be on their phones during class? And that's something I will be talking about today. Cell phones are used for emergencies. I feel like they're used for emergencies. They're used for helping you with stuff that you wouldn't normally do on pen and paper. That's my honest opinion. But when it comes to being in the classroom, I feel like the phones should be put away and be on Do Not Disturb. Even though it's a known fact that most schools don't even allow cell phones in the building, which I feel is unethical, because what if a student has a health condition and what if they need to call home and they don't have their cell phone? So my thing is, what are the consequences in high school? Because I'm talking on a high school setting right now. What are the consequences of being on your phone? Well, for one, you can get it confiscated, and the school might not give it back to you, and that's something you want to avoid in it. So you may not want to be on your phone while you're in high school, because high school they're lenient on you, but college is a different story, and I'll get to that in a minute. But is the cell phone addiction for high schoolers real? I think it is. 9 times out of 10, you hear students talk about the latest Instagram video or the latest fight that happened on Facebook or the latest video that happens on YouTube. But then what they miss out on the essentials that they could have gotten while they were listening in class, then they're mad and then they're failing. And I feel like that's messed up, because you're there to learn not to be on your phones, just like in a work setting. So what about in a college classroom? Well, in a college classroom, it's kind of like the same thing as in high school, but it's limited. So you can, I won't lie, I've been on my cell phone during lectures maybe about a few times this semester. And well, I never get caught, but that's just me. But I would say to you, if you're in a college setting, do not be on your phones, because not only will that make you look bad, you'll be put on Front Street in front of maybe 300 to 500 kids, and that looks bad on you. So that's my suggestion. If you're in a college setting right now and you're on your phone during the lecture, it just looks bad on you when everybody's giving you the dirty look. And trust me, you don't want that. So addiction is a strong word, but it accurately describes the addictive behavior caused by teenagers in a high school classroom when they're asked to put away their cell phones. In a career that spans like about 38 years to 50 years, there's not a single distraction but this right here. Sometimes teachers may want to throw these against the wall, but I never saw that before. So, and all in all, cell phones are great. They're a grateful tool. They're useful, but don't take it too far, because imagine you're in a professional setting and you're on your phone versus trying to do a project for a business. You could get fired. You can get terminated big time. And all in all, take it in moderation. That's all I'm saying. You can use the phone, just don't use it so much where you become addicted to it, because that's what a lot of kids have gotten to. And that really covers cell phones in the classroom. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below this video. That covers that today. The next thing we're going to be talking about, I talked about self-awareness on my Tuesday podcast. Since it is Mental Health Awareness Week, this week will be totally devoted to talking about mental health. So on Tuesday's podcast, I talked about self-awareness and why it is important to you. So this time, I will be talking about self-confidence and why it's important to you. Let's face it, without confidence, you're pretty much nothing. I'll say that one more time. Without confidence, you're pretty much nothing. If you can't believe in yourself and you can't say, oh, I don't believe I can do this, I don't believe I can do that, it tears down your image, especially your self-image. It tears that down, and it puts more anxiety on you. Like, let's say, oh, I'm not gonna get this project done. I don't believe I can get this project done. When you can believe in yourself to do it, just put forth the effort. So self-confidence is another key aspect of your character, because it determines who you are as an individual, where you lie as an individual, and where you're at overall as an individual. So self-confidence, like, I had this issue with self-confidence. Maybe when I was in high school, I had self-confidence issues. Like, I didn't really fit in high school where I thought I would fit in. And my confidence was lost because I felt like, well, geez, if no one's going to accept me for who I am, how can I go to school? And at that point, I gave up. And I was like, no, you got to keep going. You got to keep trying. You got to keep believing in yourself. And even though I didn't get along with everybody in high school, but I kept to myself. I talked to a few people. I had the confidence to talk to a few people outside of my close circle of friends. So all in all, self-confidence defines who you are. And if you don't believe in yourself, it just doesn't look good. Not only for your character, but it doesn't look good if you're applying for a job and you don't feel confident enough to accomplish the job task. And I think that kind of ties back with self-awareness. You have to be aware of what you're doing and what you say and what you think, because not many people take self-awareness very seriously. But self-awareness and self-confidence, they come together to form one strong characteristic about your character. Okay, that was kind of fast today. Okay, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the last couple of events that happened in recognition of Mental Health Awareness Week. On Monday, there was some sort of walk that was on campus to support cancer, people who have cancer, which you should really go advocate for those who have cancer. You should go advocate for them. So that's what happened Monday. Tuesday is everybody's most favorite event on campus, Open Mic Night. It is hosted by the University Activities Board here at Michigan State, where you get a chance to express yourself. You get a chance through poetry, through spoken word, through rap, anything you can imagine is at Open Mic Night. And I think that's the most popular because It relieves a lot of your stress, and it relieves a lot of your anxiety. And I feel like open mic night is a good place where you can let go of all those feelings and what you like to do. So that was Tuesday. Today was actually it was like watch the stars kind of thing in the open dome at the planetarium. Of course, I didn't get a chance to go there because I had a class to go to, because it was at 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. I'm in class, so I couldn't go there, so I'm kind of mad. So tomorrow is actually STA travel tables. So if you're a student here at Michigan State University, STA Travels is giving out discounts. They're learning more about travel information to other countries for a really, really low price than what you would pay on the national airline. So you may want to go check that out. So that's in the evening from 7 until 9 p.m. tomorrow here at the Union on the first floor. So you can be able to check that out all day. It'll be there. So those were the couple of events that happened here at Michigan State in recognition of Mental Health Awareness Week. Now for post-show announcements. So, you know how I mentioned that in the beginning that I had created a video of everyone's first year. How was their experience here at Michigan State going so far in this semester? So, a sneak peek is I'm releasing another exclusive video based around that scenario. So stay tuned. That'll be coming up sometime in May. So be on the lookout. As for future podcasts, I am still looking for debaters for this show. So if you're interested in debating topics side by side with me, let me know on the Facebook page. I'll reply very fast. Another announcement is that our scholarship opportunities will be next Thursday. I announced this a couple of Thursdays ago that we were going to be introducing scholarship opportunities, and now I'm going to be incorporating internship opportunities on that same day. So stay tuned for that. Last thing is the events that are going on next week. This Saturday is Archery Tag, and it's from 9 to 11 p.m. I have to figure out that time. I'll post that in the description. But if you're into archery and you like dodgeball, that is a great place to go to on Saturday. On Sunday, well, nothing really happens on Sundays here at Michigan State, but when I find something, I'll post that in the description as well. That goes for post-show announcements. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, on Snapchat, on Instagram. Be sure to look out for Instagram for my promo videos. They'll be posted well, not every day, but like on the day of the podcast before it airs. So be sure to be on the lookout for those. For the audio, you can follow me on Apple Music, on iTunes. You can follow me on Google Play. All those are right there at your fingertips. And this has been Real Talk 101. Have a wonderful day on this beautiful sunny day, and I'll see you guys next Thursday.
And this concludes Real Talk 101 with Julian Steinbeck. Tune in next time for the next debate topic, which will be let known by the man Juju himself. Also, don't forget about the scholarship opportunities that he will be presenting next Thursday. See you next time on Real Talk 101.